Thank you. Our next question will go to Danny with AFP.
Hi, Admiral. Thanks for doing this. A couple of things. Firstly, just for the avoidance of any doubt, when you say, we believe we've reached this point where we're close, you mean close to a deal? Is that right?
That's correct.
Thanks.
That's correct.
And secondly, there are reports in the region that President Macron of France is involved in this deal, and indeed that there are plans for him and President Biden to announce it tomorrow. Any comment on either of those aspects?
No, but except to say, I think you all know that the president spoke with President Macron last week, and of course, they talked about a lot of things, including the war in Gaza and how much they both want to see this conflict end and tensions to be taken down and a ceasefire to be reached. In this case, particularly between Israel and Hezbollah. But beyond that, I won't comment.
Thanks.
Thank you. Our next question will go to Mira with Channel 13 Israel.
Hi, Kirby. Thank you so much for. Hey, Admiral. Thank you so much for doing this. I wanted to ask. U.S. officials approached the Lebanese today, told them that Israel is on board. Did you get any response from the people from the government in Lebanon, from Hezbollah? And also, Netanyahu wants to know when he will be able to go back into a war, if he'd like to, if the Israeli government would think that's necessary. And I understand this is one of the latest things that are not completed yet. Can you elaborate more on that, please?
Yeah, I'm not going to be very helpful here. This kind of gets, to Barak's question about this rumor of a letter of guarantees.
Okay. Yeah, we didn't hear your answer there. You muted your Zoom or something when Barak asked the question. So.
Oh, my answer to Barak was no, and I think he acknowledged that. Look, I understand the great interest in this. And I really won't go beyond what I've said before. We believe we're close. The conversations that Amos had were very positive. And we, as I said earlier, we believe the trajectory is going in the right direction here to potentially getting this ceasefire done. But it's not done. And the last thing that I'm going to do publicly is speak about the details of it and what components are in there. So that I don't in any way sabotage the efforts to actually complete it. This remains an important priority for President Biden. That's why we have been working hard to mediate this deal so that people can return to their lives and their homes around the blue line, and the rockets and missiles can stop. So again, I do understand where all the questions are coming from. They're all fair. They're all right. They're all the right questions to ask today. But I'm just not going to be able to get into too much of the details. I'm not going to get into any of the details here unless or until we've got more to say.
And one last question, if that's okay, Admiral, about the new administration. We do hear that Trump's administration is getting messages from Israeli officials about saying that most of the hostages are dead, maybe trying to convince them not to try to push to a deal. Do you know anything about it? Do you give the new administration any info about the hostages that are still alive?
I don't know anything about those conversations. And as I said earlier to a question about Congressman Waltz's meeting with Jake, we continue to urge the incoming team to take the steps necessary so that we can help effect an orderly, efficient, complete and comprehensive transition to them, which includes being able to provide them the kinds of briefings and the context and the material that we believe will be important to help inform their decisions as they come into office. So that's where we are.
Thank you so much for the.
Yes, ma'am.